But yeah, I've been getting a lot of calls. Yes, I've been hearing a lot of they already said early next year. At first it was supposed to be February, now it's January, whatever.
Monster, that guy for you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, people have been mentioning that fight even before I became who I am today. So I know when that fight does happen, it's going to be huge for the sport of boxing.
Guys, that's right, because Inoue and Bam and are different when you put your eyes on them.
Inoue against Bam Rodriguez. That's tough. That's the one I want to watch.
Yeah. That's a boxing IQ at its
That's
peak.
like Pacquiao and Mayweather. Like if they would have fought in their prime, you get me? They never did. It was not in the prime. They could still make the fight happen, but it was not in the prime. Right now, Inoue against Bam Rodriguez, brother. Man, I'll pay top dollar. I'll fly to Japan, wherever. I want to watch that.
Robert Garcia has shared a possible date for the highly anticipated super fight between Naoya Inoue and Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez. The update has sparked tremendous excitement across the boxing world, as fans have been eagerly waiting to see these two elite champions face each other in the ring.
Is it crazy to think, is it too far of a stretch to see Bam go up against Inoue? I know there's been talk of that, and I know Bam did a few interviews where he mentioned that, he could see himself facing Inoue.
With Inoue and Bam, they both started at 108. They both, it's just that Inoue's a little bit older. He's matured a little bit more body-wise and everything. That's why he's fighting at 122. Not because he's a lot bigger than Bam. I think we're maybe 2-3 years from maybe if Inoue still, if he's still fighting and if he's still around there, maybe even at 126, in the near future.
Robert Garcia also looked back on Naoya Inoue's recent victory while explaining how his team would prepare for a potential showdown. He emphasized the strategic aspect of the matchup and the adjustments required to handle Inoue's relentless pressure and all-around ability. Garcia said, "Facing someone like Inoue is never easy. You have to be intelligent and selective with the risks you take because he always has dangerous power coming back at you. We would need a smart game plan against Inoue as well. Bam isn't an all-out brawler like Junto, but he keeps a high work rate, stays active, and throws plenty of punches, so we have to make the most of those strengths." However, Naoya Inoue dismissed any immediate discussion about facing Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez. While he acknowledged Rodriguez's talent and growing reputation, he indicated that the fight is not a realistic possibility at this point.
Bam Rodriguez, is that a fighter that you watch, that you like, and that you see his skills and you give him respect?
見たことありますけどね。
I've seen him fight before.
今は現実的ではないから。
I don't think it's realistic at this point.
When asked about Bam Rodriguez and whether he respects his skills, Naoya Inoue replied, "I've watched him fight before. I don't think it's a realistic fight at this point." Meanwhile, Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez made it clear that he is ready to face Naoya Inoue whenever the opportunity comes. Rodriguez described it as a tremendous matchup and said he would accept the fight without hesitation if the offer were put in front of him.
Elephant in the room, you and Naoya Inoue, you want to go back down, obviously, to fulfill Undisputed, but what would happen if that fight came on the table?
I'm ready whenever. That fight's been brought up just as much as Chocolatito fight back then, so if that fight was presented to me right now, I'd definitely go ahead and take it.
Max Kellerman believes a potential fight between Naoya Inoue and Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez would be a blockbuster showdown between two elite fighters with the potential to capture worldwide attention. He praised Bam Rodriguez's sharp, versatile style while cautioning that Inoue's size, reach, and punching power could play a decisive role in the matchup.
Not dynamic, explosive like Inoue, okay?
He doesn't hit as hard, you're saying.
He's fluid.
Yeah.
He's smooth with it. And it's not just the hands, it's the feet.
Yes.
And the timing is impeccable.
He has
everything.
He has that. Anyone ever see The Last Dragon?
I see. Come on,
man.
come on.
Okay.
He's got the glow.
The glow. Some dudes had like Roy Jones Jr. in his prime is the ultimate. He's got the glow.
Yeah, he did.
Right? He's like he got some, and some guys had that electric stuff. Bam's got that.
Yes.
He's got that, and he's got the hands, the feet, as you said, the technique.
However, Doug Fisher believes Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez still has more to accomplish at bantamweight and super bantamweight before being placed in the same conversation as elite fighters like Naoya Inoue. He describes Rodriguez as a well-rounded and technically refined boxer, praising his excellent footwork, precise timing, and natural ability, even though he does not depend on overwhelming punching power.
I think he does have real punching power. It's not Inoue,
Yes.
but whose is.
It's world class.
He's got speed. And he's a southpaw. He's a southpaw.
That last knockdown, he made that guy miss just enough.
He's cool under fire because I'll say this. Puma Martinez gives anybody else at 115 pounds
Shady
hell.
that. Tell Shady that.
I know he looked like a chump.
Tell Shady that.
He looked like a chump, didn't he? But that's only against Bam.
I'm not even
only against Bam.
I'm not even talking about the ninja stuff he was doing. I don't know what that was about. But yo, did you? But seriously though, like he didn't show me anything though. And I know Bam.
It's who he's in with.
Bam is special to me. I was telling
Rodriguez didn't let him.
I was telling Mike. I said, yo, it reminds me of the way he was moving, like kind of like Lomachenko. That special move.
Adding to the discussion, Mike Coppinger believes a potential fight between Naoya Inoue and Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez would be much more competitive than many people expect, although he still gives a slight edge to Inoue. Championship resume, saying they already reflect a Hall of Fame caliber career.
I think this is much closer to a 55-45 fight, maybe in favor of Inoue. And look, Inoue is he's a future Hall of Famer, first ballot. He's an all-time great, so he deserves that respect.
Meanwhile, Sean Porter favors Naoya Inoue in a potential matchup with Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez because of Inoue's advantages in age, size, and experience. He believes those physical advantages become even more significant in the lighter weight divisions.
But these two right here, I think that gap in that weight actually does matter. I think that gap in that weight, Inoue being slightly older, more experienced and things like that, I am inclined to favor Inoue in this fight, even though I haven't seen as much Inoue as I've seen Bam. But the reason why I favor is because the age gap, the size gap. That's big for the look.
Sean Porter describes Naoya Inoue as a monster and still believes he would come out on top in a potential fight against Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez, even though he expects it to be highly competitive. He acknowledges that it would be an excellent matchup, but feels Inoue's overall physical advantages give him a noticeable edge.
And Inoue is a monster. He's a monster. So I think that Inoue would be the favorite, and on the betting odds and the blah 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 blah, and it's a hell of a fight. But I just feel like there's a gap there. There's a gap there that I don't like.
And just meet at 122. Just Bam comes up.
Bam would be coming because I think Bam said like 114.
Yeah, he 114.
Yeah,
I'm saying if they do fight.
Oh yeah. You got to meet at 122. Yeah, because he's at 126.
Analyzing the matchup, Jaron "Boots" Ennis praised Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez as a highly skilled and technically gifted fighter with elite movement and outstanding ring IQ. He believes Rodriguez's intelligent style and ability to control the action could present serious challenges for Naoya Inoue in a potential showdown.
I think Bam is one of my favorite fighters. But obviously he got to go up and wait a little bit to fight Inoue. How does that fight play out?
I don't know. Bam super nice. I ain't even gonna lie. I like Bam.
You think he can beat Inoue?
I think so. I think he's smart enough, technically sound, got good movement, and he's southpaw. So I think that probably give Inoue a little problems.
Another fight that probably would never happen, most likely, because these two gentlemen have.
Furthermore, trainer Andy Rozier highlighted the tremendous fan interest in a potential fight between Naoya Inoue and Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez. He praised Robert Garcia and Rodriguez's team for the outstanding job they have done in developing Bam's career. While he believes the matchup is incredibly exciting, Rozier feels Rodriguez should first become fully comfortable at his new weight before taking on such a dangerous challenge. He also described Inoue as an explosive, high-risk opponent who applies relentless pressure throughout the fight.
But it really seems like the fight is Inoue and Bam.
Right.
It seems like the fight, man.
Everyone is waiting for that fight. I think that Robert's done a fantastic job with Bam also. I mean, really. With his whole team, to tell you the truth. Fantastic. I think that's going to be a good fight. I'd like to see Bam acclimate to a new weight class first instead of jumping right into that fire, because that is real fire there. I mean, you going up, that's some real smoke out of that Japanese. Well, he's a kamikaze. He's going in with guns a-blazing. He's going to cause a Hiroshima up in that ring. Listen, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Andy Rozier expects the early stages of a potential fight between Naoya Inoue and Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez to be highly competitive, but he believes Inoue's size and physical strength could begin to take control as the bout goes on. He also feels Rodriguez could make the contest much closer if he fully adapts to the higher weight class and delivers the best performance of his career.
Favorite in that one?
Inoue.
Do you think it's a very, very competitive fight and Inoue just pulls it away at the end? Does Inoue stop him? How does it kind of look in your eyes, man?
I think it's going to be competitive early, unless he gets in there, Bam gets in there Inoue's actual size and his ability to control that weight is just too much for him. But if Bam can, scale to that next weight class and give us more than what we thought, it'd be a very interesting.
Boxing YouTuber Showbiz also shared his thoughts on the potential matchup and picked Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez to defeat Naoya Inoue. He pointed to Rodriguez's consistency and impressive performances against a wide range of opponents as the reason for his prediction. Showbiz also praised Bam's steady improvement, excellent ring control, and calm composure, describing him as a complete and well-rounded threat.
Bam actually beat Inoue. I actually got Bam. You want to know why? Bam, no matter the level of opposition, hasn't looked beatable. But Inoue has looked
Seen spooked by the punching power.
I know Inoue is perfect.
Is really predicated off of that amazing quick first step.
But Bam is more perfect. Big fact. I got Bam beaten. Sounds diabolical if I got him beaten. I'm telling you that, Chan. Listen, I bet you in that fight, Bam will know what to do. The only situation that Inoue would know what to do over Bam is how to respond after.
Taking a completely different view, Radio Raheem dismissed the idea of a fight between Naoya Inoue and Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez, arguing that Bam is simply too small to compete on equal terms in that matchup. He believes the fight would be overwhelmingly one-sided and unnecessary, saying both fighters should remain in their respective weight divisions. Raheem also added that boxing already has plenty of elite matchups without creating unnecessary size mismatches.
I don't want to see this fight. He's too small. He's going to get washed by Inoue, and it will be devastating to watch because it's a fight that shouldn't even be happening. And yes, I know all this like climbing weight divisions, jumping weight divisions, Crawford, all this, like it's all happening. His Excellency is already trying to puppet string this. No, man. No, it's not right. We're not that thirsty. There's enough high-level boxing for this to happen. Let Inoue get older and somehow at some point, hopefully weaker. Let maybe Bam, if it's gonna happen at some point, naturally get bigger. If this fight were to ever happen, which I don't ever need to see it. Bam is in his own lane, bro. He's in literally his own weight class, which he just elevated. Like this is a fight that they're forcing to happen, and it ain't a fight that needs to happen. I don't want to see it.
Radio Raheem believes a fight between these two is not the right matchup at this stage because of the timing. He feels Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez is not yet ready to face the current version of Naoya Inoue, pointing to the noticeable gap in experience and the level of danger that Inoue brings into the ring.
Not only is this not a right fight, it's not a right fight at this time. Something has to change. Bam Rodriguez today should not go in there with the Inoue we saw last night.
On the other hand, Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez has an upcoming fight against Antonio Vargas on June 14th, and he knows he must get past that challenge before turning his attention to Naoya Inoue. Rodriguez sees Vargas as a tough, fast opponent with valuable amateur and professional experience. He expects the fight to be competitive and action-packed, even if Vargas is not yet a widely recognized name.
Antonio Vargas, like you said, he's a U.S. Olympian, has a lot of experience in the amateurs and the pros as well. He's a tough fighter. He has good speed. So I'm expecting a very tough fight. A lot of people are writing him off just because he doesn't have a big name, but come June 13th, I'm expecting a great fight, a tough fight from Antonio Vargas, and it's just going to make that much of a better fight. It's going to be a lot of fireworks.
Antonio Vargas has also embraced the opportunity to face Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez, describing Bam as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in boxing. He said he is excited to measure himself against an elite opponent and is determined to deliver an entertaining performance for the fans.
Like you said, Bam is one of the best fighters in the sport right now. Top 3, pound for pound. So
I want to challenge myself with a guy like him, and I look forward to giving the fans a good.
Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez sees this matchup as far more motivating than a typical title defense, particularly because of the added challenge of moving up in weight. He explained that facing Antonio Vargas has given him extra motivation in training and pushes him to raise his performance to an even higher level on fight night.
I think a title defense wouldn't have excited me as much as this fight does. Moving up to another division, trying to conquer another world title against a fighter like Antonio Vargas will push me that much more inside the gym and make me go out there and perform a lot.
Antonio Vargas also emphasized his desire to face the very best fighters in boxing, hoping to prove himself against pound-for-pound caliber competition. He believes taking on elite opponents is the standard at the highest level of the sport and expressed strong enthusiasm for a showdown with Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez.
What you want, to face the very best in the sport and try and defeat those pound-for-pound greats.
Yeah, that's the name of the sport, is to fight the best and to beat the best. So he's one of the best in the sports right now. So I really want this fight.
With that in mind, Bam is highly motivated for this fight because a victory could open the door to a future showdown with Naoya Inoue. During training camp, he has been working hard to sharpen his defensive skills while focusing on improving his reactions, footwork, and overall ring awareness.
There's a decision or knockout, he's not beating me.
Meanwhile, Antonio Vargas is also going through a demanding training camp as he prepares for his fight against Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez. His main focus is reaching peak physical condition, and he is fully committed to getting ready for the difficult challenge that Bam presents. That wraps up today's Boxing Insider update on the growing excitement surrounding a potential super fight between Naoya Inoue and Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez, with Robert Garcia suggesting a possible January 2027 timeframe. The debate over this matchup continues to build, with boxing experts divided on how the fight would unfold. However, before any super fight can become a reality, Bam must first overcome the tough challenge of Antonio Vargas. Let us know your prediction in the comments. Who do you think wins if Naoya Inoue and Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez finally meet in the ring? Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more boxing news, fight breakdowns, and the latest updates.